Hello and welcome to Visibility with Video, where every week we uncover the secrets of the universe when it comes to video marketing. So I am Josh Wadier. I am the YouTube marketing expert, and Ginny here is our podcasting expert. And we're also joined by Marie, who is our visibility strategist. So why don't you guys introduce yourself and say a little bit about what you do?
Okay. Well, I'm Marie and I'm the visibility strategist. But no, I really just try to look at the big picture of what areas do you need to get more visibility in, in the client journey with your business, where you're needing a little bit more, some more touch points, more visibility. And we really help map that out for you and create a strategy that gets it done. Jenny?
Awesome. Ginny?
Yeah, and I am our podcasting expert. I love all things podcasting and helping people both get their podcasts off the ground, as well as getting past that 20 episode pod fading era, and all the way up to monetization and getting, millions of subscribers and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yep. Awesome. So today we have a very interesting topic. If you're new here and you haven't watched any of these before, basically how this works is every week one of the three of us is the host, and we pick a topic that's relevant to where you are with video marketing, how you can continue using video marketing to move your business forward. And so the host will pick the topic. The other two have no clue what the topic is. So I have picked a topic. I've done a lot of research into this, and I'm just going to kind of throw the stuff at them and see what they think, and we'll kind of discuss through it to see how you can best apply this information to your business. So today is a very important topic. We are going to be talking about how to get more views on your video content.
And this is something.
Yeah, what I was just about to say. This is the thing that everyone who's creating content wants to know. Everyone wants their content to perform better. Everyone wants their content to reach more people. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So before I start going into what I found, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think is the most important aspect in getting more views on your videos?
Well, I was just sitting here thinking, what do people think is what they need to do? Like, what do most people think they need to do when they first hear that? You need to get more views on your videos. Jenny, what do you think they first think that they need to do?
I think a lot of people first think, oh, I need more views. That means I need more content so that I can get more views and more people coming. I just need to post content.
Or a lot more social media shares or something like that. So,
or just start creating random crazy dance videos and hoping that people
right. I'm going to have to create content that has nothing to do with my brand or my products at all. I just need to go create crazy content. I need to jump off a building or
views.
Yeah. All that matters is that I get views. But I don't know, Jenny, what do you think would be for real the first thing they should do?
First thing you should do if you're trying to get more views is just get consistent. That would be my advice. Just don't worry about posting a million things. Don't worry about making your videos longer. Don't worry about, just get consistent. Just get a schedule that works for you and that you can put out good quality content on while not absolutely stressing the hell out of yourself.
Yeah, like push that snowball down the hill, because it really is a snowball effect, right?
Exactly.
You post one reel or one short or something and think, oh my goodness, I only got 6 views. That's terrible. I quit. But no. And if you wait and do it another week or 2 weeks later, then you're like, oh, I'm still only getting 6. So I'm just not going to get any results. I might as well give up. But what if you created one every day? One every 48 hours, put out another one. I think you'd start to see, wait a minute, first one gets 6. Oh, the second one got 27. Oh, the third one got 98. What's going on? Yeah, you have to give the algorithm something to work with to start getting those views going up, to get it shown to more people.
Yeah. Yep. So it's kind of interesting. All of my points are somewhere in all of that you said, but we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into all of these. So Just thinking through, in my experience, what are the kind of key factors that really play into getting more views on YouTube specifically, but these also apply basically anywhere that you're posting content. There are three things that come to mind. So the first one is quantity. So it is just kind of a generally accepted rule. The more content you post, the faster your content is going to grow, just because there's more of it out there. There's more opportunity for people to see your content. But as Ginny was saying, that can lead to a problem with a lot of people where they start to say, oh, well, posting more content gets more views. Let's just post more content and more content and more content until you get to the point where you're just sporadically posting random pieces of content, but you're not able to keep up with it because it's just way too much for where
you
you
got no
are.
strategy that's guiding you through, what you're doing when and whether it's the right kind of content for the right kind of people or what. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you just
So-
start hating it because you're like, oh my God, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. And it becomes so much stress and so much pressure on you. And you're like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
And then what happens next is you just quit and you don't. Like you take a month off.
Exactly.
It's like, that was too much. I'm taking a month off. I'm going to regroup and then I'll be ready to do it again. And so then you've now, flooded things with content that had no strategy behind them. And then you fade away and go into oblivion for a month. And then you come back and suddenly start trying again. And there's nothing in that is going to build engagement or views. So,
yeah. So
we're speaking from experience here.
yeah.
we've never done
My
this.
question to you guys is, how do you find that right balance for your business? Because it's different for everyone. It depends on what type of content you're creating, how busy you are in your schedule, how many people you have to help. So what's your advice for finding that right balance of creating as much content as you can to be getting more views, but still being in that very comfortable zone where you don't get burnt out trying to do all of it?
Well, I would say, and this is not just necessarily a plug, but it is a plug, but get help, get experienced help. Even if you just get somebody to help you really take a look at what you're doing and map out a strategy for it that's going to work. And the strategy is not just 72 social media posts for the next 3 months. I mean, that's not a strategy. Is also look at your calendar. How much time do you actually have to create content? Because that's going to be a big part of it, right? Or
a huge part of it.
Yeah. And then how are you reusing old content? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to attach it to a different wagon, right? I love saying it, because do you have a consistent plan that makes the most use out of every piece of content that you make, right? So I just think that getting that kind of expert eyes on your stuff will give you ideas you're probably not thinking about.
Yeah. And just be real with yourself about what you can actually do. You can ask either of the two people here with me. I am the worst at setting like deadlines for myself that are way too quick, and then me not being able to do it because I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get that done. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I can write an entire script and record a video by tomorrow. Yeah, I can do that. So
what did you say, Jenny, in the recent email? Something in the pickle email about how your content eyes are bigger than your stomach?
Yeah, your content eyes are bigger than your stomach. Exactly. I love that line because it's like you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, no, I can do all of this. That's fine. But when you realistically look, it's like, no, I've got that project. Oh, I got family coming over. Oh, I've got to do this. Like, so you need to sit down and be realistic with yourself and let yourself know it's okay if realistically you can only post one video a month. You're going to grow a little slower. But if that's what you can handle, that's what you can handle. So no shame, but you need to sit down and have a real talk with yourself and be like, okay, what can I actually do consistently?
What if you can only post one video a month, but then you get somebody to just help you repurpose that content and make a month's worth of content out of that one video? Give me an hour-long video or 45-minute long training video, and I can create a month's worth of content out of it, right? So what if you just got help with that piece or something? It can also make it easy. So getting real with yourself is definitely the key.
Hmm. Yeah, and when you get, if you can get this figured out right, it kind of sets you up at a good foundation for the rest of your
Mhm.
journey, because now you have kind of your baseline where, but you're very comfortable with your baseline. So it's not a baseline that's going to wear you out. It's also not a baseline that is going to leave you lacking in results because you could be doing more.
Mhm.
It's balanced in a way where you can say, okay, I'm doing as much as I can and still enjoy doing this. And so now that I know that this is the amount of content I can produce, now let's start building a strategy around how I can use the content I can produce to get to the results
Mhm.
that I want. Don't ever start thinking, here are the results that I want. Let me produce more content till I get there. Instead, say, what's the amount of content I can feasibly produce? Now, how do I use that content to get to the goal? All right.
Exactly.
So that's the first aspect that I see a lot. The second aspect is the quality of the content. So
Mhm.
now you figured out how much content that you need to post. The quality is all about how great your content is, and it's not just necessarily like how great your videos are. This also includes how great your optimizations are. So basically, everything that goes involved in the process of making your videos, from scripting it, recording it, editing it, uploading it, optimizing it, all of these things, how can you be improving that? Because with YouTube,
Mhm.
it's just a general rule that if you improve your content and people start liking your content more, it's going to show it to more people. That's just what
Oh
YouTube
yeah.
does. So my question to you guys is, what, like, if you're in that area and you're wanting to start improving your content, what are the things that you should be looking for to try and make your content more appealing to YouTube so YouTube will start sharing it to more people?
Look at your numbers. Absolute biggest pieces of advice you can get when you're trying to improve your content. Look at your analytics. Nobody wants to do it. It is literally the single best tool you have to tell you exact. I literally just got done writing a whole like whole long section in a script about this. So I'm like a little hyped up on this point already. But it is the single best tool that you have at your disposal to know how to make your videos better.
Mhm.
Absolutely, it is. Because it will tell you everything. It will tell you the second people have stopped watching your video. So you can go and be like, okay, why did they stop here? Why did they stop 45 seconds in instead of 2 minutes in? What is, if you see a big trend of people dropping off at a particular point, you can start asking why. Is it the content? Is it the style? Is it this, that, or the other? There's so many facets that you can dive into once you just start to understand what these analytics really mean.
Yeah, I think you can also, I mean, you can also look at competitors. I think it's
Mhm.
worthwhile to like scan through, just do some quick Google searches or on YouTube or inside of Instagram. Do some searches on content in your, you know, your area of expertise, whether you're looking up a hashtag or you're looking up the actual, you know, keyword, whatever, and just see what kind of content is ranking really high right now. You know, what kind of content is getting the most likes, the most views, the
Mhm.
most people interacting with that content, and then take note what, you know, what kind of content is really getting people's attention right now, and think about how you can apply some of that. So getting inspiration from others, I think, is always key to improving your content as well.
Yeah,
And that's
I
why we've been
really.
harping so much on shorts recently, is because the last couple months, shorts have been it. They
Mhm.
have been the thing that's getting everybody's attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that you brought up that point, because thinking through our journey, we've been doing video marketing for a while. We've had our YouTube channel for a long time. And of course, we have tried everything under the sun to make
Yes.
it successful, because that's what we do. We're a marketing company. We like testing things out, trying new things. And it's funny, there's a pattern that I've noticed with us, and I also notice it with other business owners as well, which is that you, when you start creating content, you get to this level where you're very comfortable with your content, and you feel like your content is really good, you're doing a good job, your setup, your lighting, everything's good, your content's very good. And if you don't get any outside influence, you're going to stay there saying, oh yeah, my content's pretty good. Yeah, I could probably tweak this here, maybe improve this here. But there have been multiple times in our journey that we have been in that place of saying, yeah, our content's really good. And then I would go and look at some other channels and be like, man, their content is so much better. Man, their setup's so much nicer. Their lighting's so much nicer. They format their videos in this way, and that just gets them straight to the point. That works so well. And then the funny thing about that is that when you just start and you look at that, you're like, well, that's really hard. They're professionals. They've been doing this for a long time. But every time that we have done that and been like, okay, how can we recreate that? It's like, well, if we bought this one light, that would make our lighting better. If we move this thing over here in the background, that would improve that. And now all of a sudden our videos look 30% better than they did before because we spent $30 and moved one shelf. And so there's always little things like that you can do to make your content drastically better than it is. But the odds of you just figuring that stuff out randomly are really low. It really helps to every now and then take some time to get some inspiration from others. Look at the people that are farther along than you and see what things are working for them, what things that you like about their style, what things you don't like, and then just start integrating the things that you feel like fit with you and your channel. And that will help to really increase the quality of your videos very quickly, because you're kind of getting to skip all of the time that those people had to spend to figure it all out.
Exactly.
And just figure it out straight for yourself.
Yeah, I think we've kind of trained ourselves to take note when we're watching content of what we like or don't like, and then come to each other and say, hey, you know what? I've been watching this guy on YouTube, and I just love the atmosphere, the feeling. I've told them, there's this guy that I follow on YouTube, and I'm just like, he makes me feel like I'm at home whenever I watch one of his videos. He's just got that welcoming atmosphere, and we've actually dissected it, the lighting, the background, all the points of it. So I think that's kind of what Josh is alluding to just really notice what makes you enjoy a video on YouTube or, on Instagram, whatever. Notice what you enjoy about content that you consume, and then really dissect it and see what is it about that content that's really, piquing your interest. And then, back with Jenny, look at your numbers.
Yeah, I feel like half of our marketing meetings are just, oh yeah, by the way, I saw this video by this person and they did this really cool thing. And so we literally were doing that this morning before the live. We were like, I want our live to feel more like this. And these people do it this way, and that's really cool. So
yeah,
it really is incredibly helpful, because you can just see the possibilities of what's out there and how your content could be.
So yeah, the quality aspect really is one of the kind of hidden gems when it comes to making your videos perform better and get more views. Because when you improve your content, it may not immediately just, all of a sudden I'm getting 10,000 more views than I was before. But it is a consistent thing that the better your content is and the more your audience enjoys your content, the more YouTube is going to share your content with people. So always be thinking about, how can I improve my content? How can I make my content be better to the specific target audience that I'm looking for? What things can I do to make my content more enjoyable? Because the more people enjoy it, the more YouTube will promote it, and the less work you have to do in trying to promote it. All right, so we've covered quantity and quality. The third aspect that is very important for getting a lot of views is consistency. This is something that is just constant across all social media platforms. Anywhere that you're posting anything, you will find that if you post consistently, you will get better results. And we've seen this a lot of times for our business with our channel, there have been times where we have posted inconsistently, and we'll post some videos every now and then, and they just get a couple of shorts. But then there are times where we're like, okay, we're going to post these videos very consistently, always at the same time, day after day, that kind of thing. And every time we do that, every video gets a little more views than the last, a little more than the last, and it
It's so
just keeps
true.
growing and growing.
It's so
So
true to watch those numbers tell the exact story. If you're
Uh-huh.
posting consistently, it starts snowballing. It just does.
Mhm.
And if you don't, then you're like, why did it only get 3 views? Well, it's because the algorithm just doesn't really even know you're out there. It doesn't know you're serious.
Exactly.
Let the algorithms know you mean it and that you're here to stay.
Mhm. So
Yeah,
I
because
did.
the whole
Oh,
purpose of the
go ahead.
algorithm is to keep people there, is to keep people on the platform. So
Mhm.
if you're posting consistently, putting out a lot of content, it'll be like, oh, yeah, this person's serious. This person's keeping people around. Let's show their content more. But if you post sporadically every like 3 months or something, then it's not really going to be all that much in your favor.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing about consistency, this goes very. The thing about it is it goes very closely in with the quantity and quality that we just talked about.
Mhm.
Because if you focus way too much on quantity, you're going to suffer inconsistency. If you focus way too much on quality, you're going to suffer inconsistency. And the truth is, consistency is more important than quantity or quality. So you need to always have this as your primary objective. When you're thinking about how much content I should create, your goal is how much can I create and stay consistent. If
Yep.
I can create more content this week, but next week I'm not going to be able to create as much, don't do it. Only create as much content as you can do consistently. When you're thinking about quality, if you're saying, well, if we do this thing, it will really improve our videos, but take up a lot more time. So we won't really be able to be consistent with it. Then don't do it right now. Either figure out a way to get some help with that or reduce the amount of time so you can do it consistently, or just say we're not ready for that step yet.
Or I think you
Because
can maybe do that for like specific seasons. Like if you're going to promote a live event or you're going to promote, you
Yeah.
might want to start ramping up your level of content, for a season around specific target things in your schedule. But yeah, if you can't maintain it beyond that, then don't. And just give yourself a ramp up period of like 3 weeks leading up to really what you're trying to push, and to give the algorithm some time to warm up.
Mhm. Yeah. So your main goal is always how can I do all of this consistently, because the algorithms just love this. And basically all of these points are talking about how do you get the algorithm to do all the work for you instead of
Yep.
you having to do the work for yourself. Because if you are the sole thing that is promoting your content, you're not going to get a lot of views, or you're going to spend a ton of time trying to get all of those views. But if you can convince the algorithms that the people that are watching on those platforms deserve to watch your content, that your content should be shown to them, then you don't have to do any work. The algorithm does the work for you, and that will start getting you more views. But algorithms love consistency because it consistently draws people back to the platform. If you post at the same time every week, then people start to expect, oh, hey, they are posting on this time, so let me go check on YouTube to see their video. If you are repeatedly posting day after day, then YouTube likes that because your audience is consistently getting notifications, bringing them back to the platform. And of course, the longer people stay on all the social media platforms, the more money the social media platforms make. So creating content consistently should always be your number one goal. And then after you have figured out a way to create it consistently, then you can start thinking about, okay, is there a way that I can ramp up production and still be consistent? Or is there a way I can improve quality and still be consistent? But if the answer is no to either of those, then you need to take a step back and say, okay, either that means I can't do it right now, or that means I need to figure out a way to make it to where I can do that stuff and stay consistent. So those are the three big things that I see a lot of people, I see heavily affect getting views is quantity, making sure that you're posting as much as you can without getting burned out. Quality, always looking to try and improve your content as much as you can so that the algorithm will start advertising it for you. And consistency, making sure that you're always keeping your content consistent and not missing times. So, are there any additional things that you guys can think of that help to improve views? I think you're muted, Marie.
Well, while she gets that figured out, I will step in. Another thing to keep in mind that will help you get views is the presentation of your videos inside of whatever platform. So, meaning like your thumbnails, your titles, the amount of the description that it will let you see right off the bat. All of that is also incredibly important in grabbing people's attention and getting you views. So if you're getting a lot of impressions, but not a lot of views, maybe take a look there and see if there's something you can do there to make people a bit more interested in your videos.
Yeah, another way where analytics really help. Because if you realize that you're not getting a lot of views, but then you look at your impressions and you realize you're not getting a lot of impressions, that's a completely different problem. But if you're realizing I am getting a lot of impressions, YouTube is showing my content to a lot of people, and I'm still not getting any views, then that probably means there's a problem with your title and your thumbnail, and fixing that will help you to fix it.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can.
All right, cool. No, I was just thinking around that word, that term that nobody ever wants to talk about, SEO. And just it's really mathematical or scientific, which is really cool to me because that means you can actually implement specific things and get specific results. So when it comes to making sure that your content is optimized, SEO optimized, to land in front of the right people, not just any people, not just the world, but specific people that are typing specific things into specific search engines, looking for specific answers, that your content shows up right at that moment. There's a whole science around that that's pretty fascinating, but that can also help you get a lot more views because it's going to be the right people that actually want those answers or want that content that you're sharing.
So, those are all really good points. I'm glad that you guys are here to help discuss this with me. But kind of to wrap this up, I just want to say that kind of the backbone behind all of this is if you want to start getting more views, you really need to have a clear strategy of how you're going to get there, what steps you're going to take to get you there, how those things are going to get there. And we focus a lot on having good strategies here because we see a lot of businesses create YouTube channels without strategies and just spent years and years creating content without ever getting the results they want, without ever making a sale. And we understand that feeling, and we also understand how to get past those barriers. So if you want help figuring out any of this, if you want to just talk about how you can apply this stuff to your specific business and start getting more views on your content, or if you just want more general help about how to create a strategy that will get you the results you want, feel free to get on a call with us and our team anytime. It's just a free call where we get to talk with you, tell you about some of the stuff we do, how we can help, and really just listen to where you are and give you some advice of what we think can help to get you to the next level.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Josh. This was great.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, thanks for watching.